I'd like to introduce you to this beauty. This is my hub. Now, just the name hub, if you think about it, it is a hub of activity. It's something that brings people together. And that's what fire does. If a genie came out of a lamp and said, right, you've got one wish for the barbecue, what would it be? It would be this. It would be a barbecue that is still using real fire, yet with all the convenience of a gas barbecue, which just means turning and pressing a button, flame comes on. Well, here, you've got your charcoal in there, nothing else. You've just got this cable, because that enables this little button to make some magic. Because you just press that, that ignites the coal. The combination of that ignition is like pressing a fast forward button, because it takes it to there in 10 minutes, and then you're ready to cook. If you want to top it up, you just lift these two grills, split into two, you lift up and then pop the coal on. And this handle here doesn't get hot. It's because the distance between here and here has been carefully calculated. By the time the heat travels down this bar here, by the time it gets to here, it's dissipated. You just lift it up. You can just push your coals to one side. You can create 3, 4, 5 series of different cooking areas. So you've got a colder area, warmer area, hot and super hot. And you haven't got the problem of, oh, I've got a delicate piece of fish I want to cook at one temperature, but I really want to get my steak nice and charred. That takes care of all of your smaller cuts of meat, or some slightly bigger pieces, but flat. But if you want to do a real centerpiece, and again, this is the real spirit of the stately homes, the kings and queens past, like whole chickens, suckling pig, leg of lamb, all kinds of things, there is a spit roast, there's a rotisserie. Because here, you've got these two pillars which hold the rotisserie. There's no other piece of kit in the world that's got this. Managed to find a way to house the motor inside here, which means you don't have the hassle of putting it on and off. It's contained and works unbelievably well. Now here, these height adjusters mean that depending on the size of the food you're cooking, and also depending on the heat of the fire, you can actually easily just adjust the height this side, and then just do the same thing over this side here. Simple. And then there's a neat little hatch, pop the door open, and out comes the saber. It's like Excalibur, the actual rod that you put the meat on. And then the use of Cliplock Forks would just make such a difference from those horrible little screws that would rust up, or you lose them, or they would never work in the first place. And then you just put that into there, just lift this little lid, cover, and then away you go, and that's it. Now the reason for this is that through the cooking process, depending on several things like the type and size of the food that you're cooking and the amount of time you're cooking it for and the heat that's been generated, that meat may well contract. And if it starts contracting, it might come off the actual fork. So you can just move that up and just slide it into the meat. So it's really easy to use and efficient. And then also in the front here, I've actually got a very convenient storage area, but also it's a warming cupboard. So if you want to keep plates warm in there, ready to be taken off, and some of the bigger pieces could do with resting a bit, so the meat itself relaxes and they hold all of that wonderful juiciness inside the meat. Well, you've got it all here ready. So it's just turned your barbecue into something completely and utterly different. It's like taking your kitchen outside. And that for me is a very, very exciting thing indeed.